Hello everyone! It feels so good to be back. This is my first video that I'm filming in 2021, and yes, it is February. You just a couple of days ago saw my last uploads from Christmas time. I went through a little change in January, the start of this year, and just basically, I lost all my motivation for YouTube. I felt like it was a waste of my time, and I just felt like I felt like I was putting way too much time and energy into filming and editing for nothing, because obviously I don't get views or anything like that. I guess I kind of just lost my perspective for a little bit there, and what kind of brought me back was reflecting on why I started YouTube in the first place and why I was doing it and loving it. And it was because I was doing it for myself, and I was never trying to get views or trying to like make videos that were trendy or anything like that. And yeah, I just started like comparing myself and being like, why don't I have any subscribers and stuff like that. And it was really negative, and it obviously made me not do anything for probably like a month and a half. But I am back, and it feels really good because I have got that perspective back. I feel like I kind of needed the first month of 2021 to reflect on 2020 and just move forward into 2021 and make it what I wanted it to be. Because in 2020 I had like a major mindset shift. I would call it a revelation, honestly, and I just felt kind of overwhelmed by it and how I was going to incorporate it into my life and how I was going to share it on my YouTube channel, because it was just like a lot, and like so much of my life has changed. And like, I don't want to sound dramatic or anything, but it is really crazy how much the things that I care about and the things that I put my time and energy into have changed. So 2021 up until now, here we are in February, has just been taking those shifts in my mindset and my thoughts and my patterns and my habits and everything like that from 2020 and putting them into action in 2021. And I am going to film a whole weekend vlog this weekend on it, just to kind of show how I've been putting it into action. But I've just needed time to like live my life and not worry about trying to share it in any way. And it's been really good for me, and I really do feel like the intentions that I had for 2021 have been incorporated into my life well. So I wanted to share with you my 2021 intentions, and I don't want to call them goals or anything like that, because obviously goal setting is important, and like you should have goals and plans and things you want to accomplish. But I have heard so much about like how like when you say something is a goal, your like subconscious like doesn't know the difference between doing something and like thinking about doing it. Like you think that you've already done it, and I feel like that's happened with me with a lot of my goals. Like when I talk about them, I kind of get that like high and excitement that I would feel if I did do it, so then I don't end up doing it. And like I've heard lots of talk about that, and I do think that that's kind of like something about goals. So with that being said, I have talked a lot about how I want to be more intentional, and with that, on January 1st, I created my 2021 intentions. So these are the things that I want to do to make my life the best that it can be, to be the best that I can be, and to just really be intentional with every single moment of my life, because life is so short, and I just really want to remember that and be grateful for my life that I have and make it the best that it can be. So I have everything written in this book. Cute little recycled paper book. Love it. And this is what I wrote on January 1st, 2021. So I'm kind of just going to read off of what I wrote. I want to actually like kind of read this journal entry as well. I've been journaling a lot more and I've been loving it. It's so good to get your thoughts out on paper and out of your head. So I wrote, "This year I will live differently than every year before it." That was my first sentence, and I feel like I definitely have. Like, it's just crazy how I don't care about the things that I used to care about. I don't get so angry and aggressive about things and emotional and sensitive, and I just like focus on me and what I want to do and what I need to do, and I don't worry about anyone else or the rest of the world, and it's just brought me so much peace. So it has been different. But I'm just gonna read this off and then I can kind of talk about it, because yeah, I feel like what I wrote here has really encompassed my intentions for 2021. This is what I intended to do, and I am filming this now as opposed to then, because I've kind of had the chance to let them sink in and soak into my life and really become a part of this year for me. So I will practice gratitude daily. I will not take anything personally. I will read daily. I will be patient, kind, and composed. That's a big one. I'm working on my anger issues and just not being so aggressive and loud and being more composed and patient and kind. If you know anything about astrology, I'm an Aries, so that kind of explains that. I will treat my body like the temple that it is, eating well, moving my body every day, and sleeping well. I will not be jealous, envious, or negative towards others. I will be present and live in every moment. I will not dwell in the past or the future. I will cast my worries upon the Lord and have peace. I will put my faith first. I will only put my energy into what serves me. I will appreciate the little things, and I will be my best self in every moment. And then I wrote, "My life will be beautiful, meaningful, peaceful, and admirable." And I feel like I could film this video and name off each one and then talk about it, but I feel like those are just so powerful. I feel like they speak for themselves, and I think just reading them to you kind of can get the full picture of my intentions for 2021. And then let's see what else I wrote. I just wrote a little bit more of like a journal entry style kind of thing. On that day, I said, "I can't help but feel this enormous shift, a shift in my thinking, a shift in the world, a shift in my life. I know already that this year will be so different and so good, starting with me. Changing my thoughts, actions, habits, reactions, agreements." Yes, the 4 agreements changed my life. The book. It's going to be so good. So good, I promise. I feel like I've had such big shifts in my life internally, but I'm so good at just kind of cutting everyone else off, especially in these times of change for me and these growing seasons. And just like, I don't often share like what I'm doing. Obviously I'm sharing it on here, but like nobody knows me on here, you know? Like, it's so much easier to share. Whereas like with my friends and even my family, I feel like I can't really share these changes that I'm having, like the fact that I don't want to drink anymore, or the fact that I don't care about pointless relationships or talking to like guys that don't care about you on Tinder, and I don't want to party and like be hungover all day the next day. Like, that was such a big part of my life, and like I understand that that's totally like the college lifestyle, and that is what I was living, and it was just not fulfilling for me. I'm going to talk about this more in a future series that I want to create called Closet Chats, but the things that I'm doing now fill me up. They fill my spirit and my soul, and like actually make me feel like a person, and like I have a purpose, and like my life has meaning. And yeah, if you're not happy where you are, I just like really encourage you to take a look at your life and just ask yourself, am I putting my energy and time into things that fill me up or things that drain me? Because a lot of the things that I used to do just drained me so much, and it made me not a fun person to be around. Like, I was so angry and irritable and aggressive and emotional and sensitive and impulsive and just like all these things that just aren't attractive qualities and aren't benefiting my life or me or my future. So I've really been working on just having more peace in all aspects of my life, you know, doing my hobbies that I love to do, and eating well, sleeping well, practicing gratitude, reflecting on my days and my emotions, and just being like a better person all around. Like, there's just so many changes that I've made that have really, really changed my life, honestly. I guess all I can say is I never want to go back to the place I was for so many years. I struggled so much. And when I was going through these hard times, my mom would always say to me, you make your life so much harder than it has to be. And that is like ingrained in my mind, because that's exactly what I did. Like, no one else did these things to me. No one else made my life hard or made my life bad or made me feel bad. It was what I was doing, my thoughts, my choices, my actions that made me feel hopeless. And I guess that's the perfect way to end this is 2021. I have been and I will continue to not make my life harder than it has to be. The world's a scary place. So many bad things are going to happen all the time that we can't control. So all you can do is focus on what you can control. Focus on your own thoughts, your own choices, your own actions, and just making your life the best that it can be for you. And also finding your faith. Spirituality is so important. Like, we are so small in this world, and your beliefs are yours. But if anyone believes that there's not a greater purpose out there and doesn't believe in something so much greater than ourselves, that's like heartbreaking to me, because I don't know how you go through your life and, like, you know, get through the challenges and the hard times and the scary times without having faith in something that is so much more powerful than you. And for me, that's God. I believe that through him I can do anything, and that he's with me at all times, and that I'll be okay knowing that I have my faith. So that's a huge thing too that happened in 2020, was rediscovering my faith, and that has truly changed my life. Like, everything that felt so hard and so scary, and I felt so alone and sad and depressed and hopeless and meaningless and purposeless, it's like all of that has just completely gone away in finding my faith again, and just knowing that there is something so much greater out there. And I am just so small. But in that there is such a greater purpose for my life, and that I need to live my life in a way that I am able to find that and feel like I'm living it. So as I mentioned about how in these growing seasons I always like cut myself off, and like I've seen such big changes inside me, and I know that I'm so different and so much better, and that my life is so much better, but I want to share that with others as well. I want to, you know, be this better person, this more patient, more kind, more compassionate, more faithful and deep person to others. I want to not be afraid to share that with my family and my friends, and to just be the person inside of my head on the outside, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm working on, and I think this is a great place to start. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that something I said in this video inspires you, and yeah, practice gratitude, find your faith, and life is just so short. So just live your life the best that you can and make your life the best that it can be, because you have the power to do it.